One day, the prophet Moses turned to his Lord. His heart was full. A question had suddenly come to his mind. It was a simple yet profound question. But because he was aware of the majesty to whom he would ask it, he was consumed with hesitation. And eventually, unable to hold back, he gathered his courage, and with the tone of a beloved making a humble request to their beloved, he asked shyly, "O Lord, who will be my neighbor in paradise?" And from the Lord of all worlds, from the creator of everything, from particles to peaks, from the seen to the unseen, a reply came, perhaps as a sign, perhaps as a voice, beyond our imagination. "My prophet Moses, chosen from among mankind, go to such and such a town. At the head of the market there is a butcher's shop. The owner of that shop is one of my saintly servants. Know this, he has a very important task. If you call him, he will not come. But you must go to him. He is your neighbor in paradise." Without wasting any time, the prophet Moses set out. He arrived in the town. He found the shop at the start of the market, and he met the butcher. He greeted him. "I have come to visit you," he said. The butcher didn't know him, but hospitality. Yes, hospitality is sacred, a time of hidden blessings. The butcher said, "Welcome." To him, every guest was dear, and this noble-faced guest especially so. He seated him, finished his daily tasks, and took the guest to his home. In his peaceful, humble home, he seated this mysterious guest at the place of honor. He served him the meal he had prepared. The prophet Moses was silent, but observant. There was a secret in this man. Every action was careful. Every glance held mystery. As the minutes passed, like hours, the host, the butcher, said, "I have a very important task. Do not wait for me. Eat your meal. I'll be back soon, and we'll continue our conversation." And he left. The prophet Moses was curious. What was this task important enough to leave a guest alone at the table? He quietly stood up. He followed the butcher. He went into the back room. There was a basket hanging from the ceiling. Inside lay an elderly, frail woman, clearly a mother. The butcher had cut the meat into small pieces and was feeding her. He gave her food and drink. He changed her clothes. He cleaned her, took care of all her needs. Silently, respectfully. Then he lifted the basket back up to keep her safe from animals. And he returned. When the prophet Moses saw that his meal had not been touched, the butcher asked, "Why haven't you started eating?" And the prophet replied, "Until you tell me the secret in that basket, I will not take a single bite." The butcher opened his heart. "That woman is my mother. She is very old. I have no one else to care for her. I was going to get married, but I feared my wife might not be patient and might harm my mother. So I gave up on that. Every day I feed and care for her twice. Then I lift the basket so no animal can harm her. I live for her." The prophet Moses listened silently, then asked, "After you fed her, she prayed. And you said, 'Amen.' What did she pray for?" The butcher answered through tears, "Every time she prays, 'May Allah make you the neighbor of the prophet Moses in paradise.' And I say, 'Amen.' But who am I to be the neighbor of such a noble prophet?" And at that moment, the prophet Moses revealed the truth. "I am the prophet Moses, and your mother's prayer has been accepted. In paradise, you are my neighbor." Trembling with excitement, the butcher could say nothing. He quietly bowed his head. He kissed the hand of the prophet Moses. The prophet Moses wiped away his tears and with admiration embraced his companion, his future neighbor in paradise. As the two noble friends returned to the meal and to their conversation, at that table, it was no longer the sound of food, but the sound of gratitude that filled the air.